Where's Sailor? Let's get Sailor in the shot. Pick her up.
Waiting 10 seconds.
Pick her up and dangle her. Do the shame dangle. Do the shame
I
dangle.
want to shame dangle her.
Shame dangle. Hey, you.
Hi, baby. Come here real quick. Oh.
It's baby Sailor. Look at her little foot. Look at her immaculate foot. Hi, guys.
Deposit you back.
It's a new week. Although for us, it feels like it just hasn't ever ended. It feels like it's been a month of the same day.
It is
just continuing.
It is currently Halloween night, and we had a really bad weekend.
Yeah, it sucked, and the time before that wasn't great, and the time upcoming might not be great either. So that's pretty cool. We don't have candy. Hello. What we have is exhaustion, and that's about it.
Yeah. I said this in our wrap-up, so you might see this again, but we don't do trick-or-treating because our dogs are just terrified of everything, and we're doing this because I didn't have time, so we're multitasking while Sailor's free roaming.
Do you want to see the camera? Do you want to be on the phone?
So
It's on film.
what's that?
No, no, no.
What are your reading plans for the week?
I'm going to try desperately to finally finish The Love Hypothesis, which I've been reading for like 3 weeks, and it's not that it's bad, it's just a romance. Like, there's a lot of hype behind it, and I like Allie Hazelwood. She's super sweet. This is her debut. And it's definitely not bad. It's just maybe I'm not in the mood for a basic romance, but that's what it is. And it's like a lot of cliches, like the love interest overheard her saying that she has feelings for someone, and she lied and said it was about someone else, and she had to like sit on his lap, and it's that kind of stuff. And that could be fun if you're in the mood for it. I'm not, and I'm not necessarily someone who's often in the mood for that.
Oh, she wants you so bad.
And the other book I'm trying to get through is Truth of the Divine by Lindsay Ellis, which is the second book in the Nebulous series or something. The premise is it's an alternate history, 2008, first contact.
Sailor, you have to commit.
It's aliens, and I don't want to be mean to Lindsay Ellis on Twitter. I mean, what are we on? This is YouTube. I don't want to be mean to Lindsay Ellis on YouTube, so I'm not, she hasn't really written stuff before, and it shows, basically, is like she had a manuscript, and an agent was like, hey, you're famous, do you have any book at all written? I'll get it published for you and make you tons of money. And she's like, well, I have this book in my garbage can, and they barely cleaned it up, and she's now very popular, and that's it. Yay for Lindsay, but the book is really basic, and I'm bored. I'm sorry, that was so mean. That was unnecessarily mean. I'll try and be nicer. It's just boring. Maybe if I liked sci-fi more, I'd enjoy it. But it's like there's going to be the romance between the girl and the alien who's called Ampersand. And I just I don't really know what she's going for with this, because every choice she's making is something that she saw somewhere else and liked. And so she's putting in the book. And she admitted that pretty much. She doesn't like it when you say her book is derivative because, quote, she already knows that. And it's like, that's okay. You can have that opinion, I guess, but don't get upset with people for saying your book just feels like a mishmash of things you personally liked as a child. I like Lindsay. I like her YouTube channel. Thank you. I don't hate the book. I just think it's really basic, which it is, and she admits that. But it's like, if you know your book is basic, why are you not trying to like make it your own? She put all the characters are her friends, like her personal real life friends. Do you want to say hi?
She's gonna jump on them.
Oh my god, don't, Sailor, no, Sailor, no. But like, I just don't like it when authors do that. Like, she's selling slots in her book on Patreon.
Yeah.
Like, literally, she's like, if you want to be in my book, pay me money and I'll put you in my book. And it's like, what are you doing? Do you not think that's in really bad taste? Lindsay Ellis, whom I like and have bought things from. Anyway, those are the 2 books I'm going to try and read this week. I'm also going to try and stick some comics in there. Do you mind? Are you having a problem?
So I DNF Slave to Sensation.
Oh my god.
So
oh my god. This is the Sailor Show.
I have this very specific problem with urban fantasies where if the story starts on page 1 with...
I'm being attacked! She's like, I love Lindsay Ellis! She's a ride or die. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm more of a ContraPoints girl.
Okay.
You got a Sailor?
Okay, I have this issue with urban fantasies where if they start on page 1, like go 0 to 60, story starting, no break, no cooldown, I lose interest immediately, and that's kind of what happened with Slave to Sensation.
Put her in your pocket.
She's too big for the pocket.
Oh no, she's too thick. Hey. You get. My flash.
So I have decided to DNF Slave to Sensation. My reading plans include Bag of Bones, which you guys won't see in this reading vlog because that's for a different video. But I'm going to try and get some of my Audible books in there. Like I have How to Date Your Dragon by Molly Harper, I think is her name. I'm going to try and read that.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, and I'm technically trying to read Crescent City.
Oh, yeah.
Which you also won't see clips of in this because... Should we explain the premise of...
No, we can do that. No.
Yeah. Hi. Oh, look at... Do you see her? Oh, she's beautiful.
All right. We'll see you next clip.
Yeah, this has gone well. Can you hear the dual rat drinking sounds? Okay. Wanted to pop in with a small criticism of the love hypothesis. I think I said this before, that it's not bad or anything. It just like really comes off like a debut. This is a lot of stuff people do like the first time they're writing a book. So I want to be forgiving, but also there's this like the spoilers. There's this twist kind of that the main love interest's really good friend is a huge jerk and he's hitting on Olive, the main girl, and basically saying that you have to sleep with me if you want to get to continue to do your research. And her research is something that's going to help like cure pancreatic cancer. And he's cartoonishly evil. Just like, what, do you think Adam's going to believe you? Because he's forcing himself on her and stuff. And he's just like, you're a terrible scientist. And you're obviously sleeping with people to get ahead. It's just like super over the top. But the most over the top thing was him saying, you know, if you give me what I want, I can help, like, I'll help you cure the world of pancreatic cancer. And it's like, do you genuinely think she's onto something curing this, and you're willing to, like, possibly let millions of people in the future die of pancreatic cancer because she won't have sex with you? Like, that's how it's coming off, that he's literally just like, I'm willing to not be a part of curing cancer if this girl doesn't sleep with me. Like, that's a bit much. I am curious because this was Star Wars fan fiction. This is the character Tom. I don't know who he was in the fan fiction because, like, we know who Kylo Ren is, Rey, Hux, Olive. Not Olive. Olive is Rey. Finn. I don't know who Tom is supposed to be because, like, Ben didn't have people he talked to, like, as friends. Like, you'd think that would be, like, Hux, that stand-in who's going to be, like, a bad guy, but the Hux in this is dating the Rose in this, so that's not the case. I don't have any way of, like, trying to figure it out, but I really wish I did. Anyway, yeah, so just, like, I don't know, it's getting to me a little bit how cartoony some of this stuff is and how many cliches are in it. Like, maybe if it was more fun, I wouldn't be borderline annoyed with it, and maybe I'm just not in the mood for this. But I mean, I've been trying to read this book for 3 weeks now, so I don't know. It's not bad. I really want to emphasize that I don't think it's bad. It's just sometimes I don't understand when there's so much hype behind a book, because the way people are talking about this book, you'd think it was like the best thing ever, and it's cute, but it's not. I just don't understand the hype. Like, if I hadn't already bought a copy and I read this, probably wouldn't have. I mean, I might have because I like the idea that it was Star Wars fan fiction and that it became like a successful published book. Like, I think that's cool. But it's just not, like, very memorable. If it wasn't originally fan fiction and this was just some random romance, I wouldn't have bought it. Like, I know that for sure. It's like the novelty of it, I think, that's making me not deeply regret the $15 I spent on this paperback. But anyway, I'm going to try and read a little more and then take a break and watch video games, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing on this quiet, lonely Halloween.
So I'm about to start How to Date Your Dragon by Molly Harper. I know nothing about it. I just know it's paranormal romance. I don't know if it's self-published or not. I don't think it is, but I don't know for sure. I know nothing about it. I'm hoping I enjoy it. Let's get started. So I am a few hours into How to Date Your Dragon. These names. So it's about a woman who works for a government, I believe, research facility, and she goes, and her entire job is to like document and learn about supernatural creatures. Like there's a lot of werebears in this, for example, and just kind of learn how they function in society and stuff. And she goes to a town called Mystic Bayou because her superior did something stupid and was unable to go himself. So she's learning about this specific town. So far, it's pretty good. Like, I'm going to continue on with the series, I think, unless the end of this book is just absolutely terrible. Because it's got a lot of potential to become, you know, something I really, really enjoy. It's very humorous, like, it's very humor-based, and some of it's not a hit for me, some of it I really don't like, but a lot of it I do like. So it's just kind of like a up and down kind of thing right now. And currently the things that I like about it are outweighing the things I don't like. For example, she also has an ex-boyfriend who was abusive, but he wasn't like physically abusive, he was mentally abusive. And I appreciate that kind of thing just because I don't see it very often, and like we need more of that, in my opinion. So, because it's very common, it's extremely common to have someone who is mentally abusing you as opposed to physically abusing you, and people just don't think that that's actual abuse because they're not hitting you. And I've seen people say things like that. That's not the case. So yeah, I'm gonna continue with it. I'm listening to it right now, but like when I do free rooms, I'm kind of switching between this Bag of Bones and a podcast called This Is Why We Drink, or That's Why We Drink, I can't remember. So like it's Hi. Did you want to say hi, Mama? Did you want to say hi? No? Would you like to say hi? So yeah, I'm just hopping around, so it might take me a bit to finish everything, especially since Bag of Bones is boring.
Hello, it's me in my chair again. Every shot is me in my chair, but the good news is, because Sarah's on a mission to get a Christmas blanket, I might also get a Christmas blanket, so at least this will be a little different for a while. I don't know. I kind of want to do Christmas decorating because Halloween was a bit of a nothing happened, and it was kind of a bummer, so I want to maybe go a little overboard with Christmas. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about books, because this is a book channel, apparently, even though I barely read now. Okay, so I finished The Love Hypothesis, and it was okay. I definitely don't think I would have bought it if not for like the Star Wars of it all and the hype and stuff, and I liked the cover. I just feel like it was a very basic romance with a lot of tropes, and like tropes not necessarily bad, but it was just a ton of them, and they were very basically executed. It's just like, it's not her fault. Like, it's her debut. She probably hasn't written many books. That's just what happens when you haven't been writing very long. Or for all I know, she writes a lot. I don't know. But it was a perfectly serviceable book. A little cheesy, way over the top things wrapped up very conveniently, but, you know, whatever. So I've finished that. I gave it 3-ish stars. I'd say a little over 3, but definitely not 4. I've moved on to trying to finish Truth of the Divine. And I didn't want to keep reading, so I paused it to record a clip, because I'd rather do that than listen to more of this book. So that should tell you my feelings on it. And again, it's not bad. It's just deeply boring. And, you know, like, maybe other people, I mean, obviously not maybe, lots of other people don't find it boring. Like, just a ton of people love it, and they say it's a million times better than the first one, and this book is amazing, and it saved their life, and it made them cry, and it's just the best thing they've ever read ever. And I would love to hear them say why. I don't really like when people say they like a book because it made them cry. Sarah has the same opinion, but you know, it is what it is. If you like a book because it made you cry, I guess that's your thing. Fine, not mine. But so far the sad thing hasn't happened, but I'm only, I think, a quarter in. I don't want to keep reading. I really don't. But I have to finish it because I make myself finish books even when I don't want to. And it's a Lindsay Ellis book, so I want to try and get it done. Because, like, the goal is I'd love to have them because I like her. But I just don't think I can justify... I love the little bump in my bangs. Okay. I just don't know if I can justify buying a book I don't like and will never read again just because I like the person who made it. And the other day I was watching ContraPoints live on her new video game thing, and she mentioned that she'd been like approached for book deals, and if she ever came up with a story idea, she would write one. And I'm just like, oh my God, please, please, please write a book, Natalie. I would buy that immediately, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, I've read a good share of YouTuber books, and typically they're not very good just because it's YouTubers who writing isn't their thing. Other things are their thing. But when you get to a certain amount of popularity, everyone offers you a book deal, which I find so strange. Like, anyone who's a certain amount of famous in like anything gets offered a book deal. And it's like, not everyone can write. It's like, it feels like the equivalent of, to me, it literally feels like the equivalent of, like, if you have a certain amount of notoriety, you get offered, like, the head chef position. It's like, that's, you don't just go do that. Like, you can't just write a book. You have to know what you're doing. You have to be able to invent hundreds of conversations between imaginary people. You have to come up with every side of it. You have to come up with entire plots mostly by yourself if you don't have like friends who you can talk to or whatever. So it's just the idea that if you're famous, everyone's like, oh, we'll just do a book deal. We'll just go write a book because you're famous doing something and you're popular and people will buy it. Just like wild to me, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah, so, okay, I'm going to try desperately to finish Truth of the Divine. I'm not a big fan of how I've been starting a book in one vlog and not finishing it until like 3 vlogs later. I guess it's a little bit like slice of lifey. Like you're basically getting peeks into my life as I'm going, as opposed to trying to make each vlog cohesive. Like, this is the book I'm reading in this vlog, and I finish it in this vlog. I wish. I don't have the focus, I guess, to just like sit and finish a book, especially when it's like a 15-hour audiobook. I don't really want to sit and listen to a book that long. I have a lot of stuff I do in the daytime. Today was busy too, and just making excuses and rambling, which is cool. It's late and I don't want to read this book. So if I can't stand Truth of the Divine anymore, I'm going to probably jump over to Silverborn by Patricia Briggs. I think it's the 5th Mercy book. I have it in my library, and then I have all the rest of them, I believe, with Audible. So I'm going to try that. I've been trying to read the Halloween novelization, but it's exactly what you think it is. And I think there's a couple other books that I might pick from. I might do the Cujo, picking my TBR for next week. This week I really want to wrap up the books that I've started because I would like very much to be able to pick a book at the beginning of a vlog and have it done by the end of it. But, you know, it is what it is. I do my best. But, yeah, so I guess to wrap up my thoughts on The Love Hypothesis, which is the only book I've finished, I think that if you like a very fluffy romance, you would probably enjoy this. It's definitely fun, very, very lighthearted, not a lot of, like, I know some people really don't like when sad things happen in romance, and this one pretty much doesn't have that. So if you like that, I'd go for it. It feels to me like it's a little bit longer than a typical romance too, and it's a Berkeley And that publishing house has been coming up with a lot of pretty good stuff lately. I know this author, Allie Hazelwood, has, I think, a couple more books coming out in this series. I think it's a series. I think she's picking other characters, although the other characters were all hooked up with people by the end of it, so I don't know exactly how it's going to go. But if she comes out with more books, which I'm pretty sure she's going to, I will keep reading them. I like her. She's real sweet. I might take a break from romance for a little bit because I think I'm a little burned out on it. That being said, I kind of don't know what to read because I don't want to overdo it with the comic books, not only because I don't know if that content's entertaining for you guys, because I'm not really stopping to tell you my thoughts. It's unfortunate because sometimes I have better things to say when it's like negative about a book, and I don't like that. So that's why you're probably going to get several updates with Truth of the Divine. So bear with me.
All right, so we're on to Wednesday. I am probably going to finish How to Date Your Dragon today. Still kind of middling opinions. I'm going to continue with the series because I feel like it could grow on me pretty well. It's kind of strange because we got to the part where she sleeps with the main love interest. It's paranormal romance, so obviously that's going to happen. But it was weird. It was like the author had in her notes, and this is where they have sex, so they just had sex, and it was like very little preamble. The previous chapter she told him to leave her alone, never talk to her again, and then in this chapter he's helping her with something and they just have sex. It felt like we were missing a huge chunk of book and story. Hi, Mercy. And it felt strange. So currently still gonna be probably a 3-star because it's just just strange how she did that. But yeah, I believe there was a murder as well. So yes. Alright, so I finished How to Date Your Dragon. I'm giving it 3 stars. Again, there are some ups and there are some downs. I think the further into the series I get, I'm going to enjoy it more and more. So I am looking forward to that. I got the second one on Audible because they're just included with my Audible membership. So I'll be starting that tomorrow while I continue to suffer through Bag of Bones.
10 seconds.
Why don't you tell the kids at home the super cute thing you just told me?
I've decided to become a communist. No, okay, so I'll tell the story from the beginning. It's very short. So we've talked about reading Dune a bunch, and I wanted to do it, but I was worried because the audiobook has a full cast, and I typically don't like that. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I don't like I don't like Truth of the Divine very much, and I wanted to try and read Silverborn straight through, and I didn't have the time last night, so I was like, all right, I need something to read, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. It's 11:30 at night, but I'm going to start Dune. And I did, and I was just like, oh no, this is awesome. I hate sci-fi. I hate all sci-fi, like movies, books, whatever. I don't consider Star Wars sci-fi, but I hate it. And then I started Dune. I'm just like, this is super rad. And I texted my boyfriend. I'm like, hey, I started Dune, and it's super cool. He's like, oh, I think I would probably like Dune. I'm like, I actually think you would. And then he downloaded it from Audible, and he started listening to it at the same time I did, and now we're buddy reading it. It's he never reads. Like, the only thing he likes to read is like Warhammer books, but like slowly over the last nearly 2 years of our relationship, I've been getting him to read more, and it's like the best. So we accidentally stopped reading the book at the same time last night, and now we're buddy reading Dune, and he just texted me saying, do you want to see the movie once we're finished the book? And I'm just like, absolutely. So like, relationship goals. Reading Dune together. I'm very excited. I like the book a lot so far.
Good.
I haven't read anything today, but I wanted to record a little clip of my baby boggling. Like, it cost me $65 today, so the vet could say nothing's wrong with her. And I shouldn't be bitter about it. But that's a whole omnibus, Wicket. Because you decided to get a weird little lump that went away. You cost me an omnibus, my beautiful, perfect baby. Oh my god, she is beautiful though. Oh my god, look at her face. Oh, her ears. Oh, baby, Wicked. Wicked. Yeah, I didn't read, but just stare at this face. Just stare. Oh my god. Oh, look at her.
Alright.
What's up?
Welcome to the end of vlog check-in.
The end of a long week.
Yeah, the start of another long week.
All the weeks are long.
Mm-hmm. Asher has surgery on Tuesday.
Yeah, Wicked doesn't.
Asher has surgery on Tuesday, and then 2 weeks from Monday, I have 3 of my rats getting spayed. Don't get rats, kids. Don't get rats. Cut to this clip in like 6 months when I get more rats.
I know. What have you read this week?
I actually only completed 1 book. I read How to Date Your Dragon, and I read some of Bag of Bones, but y'all didn't get to see that because that's for a completely different video.
Yeah, I didn't have a great reading week. I didn't finish anything except The Love Hypothesis. I'm in the middle of reading Dune, which I didn't really talk about because I don't think I'm far enough in to have like a good opinion. And I realized that book is all full of like themes and subversion of tropes and all that, but just know ahead of time, I'm not going to catch any of that. I'm not that kind of a person. I'm in the middle of reading Truth of the Divine and Silverborn. I haven't finished anything. I didn't even read any comics. So I don't have much of a catch up other than like,
we're tired, guys.
Dune.
We're tired.
Do you notice that this is a different background than normal? It's because we've been doing stuff. We've been dealing with things. So we have my comic books as the background.
If you hear that crunching, it's a rat eating pasta. I'm sure they're very cute.
Humdrum eating pasta.
And she's very cute.
In theory.
She's getting her uterus yanked out soon.
They don't yank it. They cut it out. Yeah, so what do we even do? I can't believe we're still doing reading vlogs and we just aren't reading anything.
I know, we just keep going.
What's wrong with us? Why don't we take a break?
Well, what's your plan for next week?
I want to try and finish Dune. I have to finish Dune by Wednesday because me and my boyfriend are buddy reading it, and he's already finished it. He's on to the next book, and we're supposed to watch the movie together on Wednesday, so I have to have it done. I have 20 more hours of this book.
I believe in you.
I also only have 3 days to finish Silverborn. I have
so
4
20
days.
hours is actually 10 hours.
Yeah.
And you have 3 days to do it. That is doable.
The problem is I have 4 days to finish Silverborn. I have 11 days to finish Truth of the Divine. So there's that too.
Okay, well, it's still doable. Silverborn's a quick read. You could do that in a night.
That's true. My issue is Truth of the Divine, which is so boring.
That's also a quick fix. Return it.
I want to finish. Like, in theory, I like Lindsay Ellis.
So this week I'm gonna probably finish Bag of Bones. I have to, actually. I only have 10 days. I also got the next in that Mystic Bayou series, which is How to Date Your Dragon. And I can't remember what the second book's called, but they're all on Audible.
The second book is called Signed Photo of a Hot Dog.
And I also have A Fistful of Charms by Kim Harrison. I'm tired. Don't judge me.
It's been... I can't believe we at no point either of us were like, let's just take a break from the reading vlogs. It's like, no content.
No, we don't. We suffer for you.
Yes. All 3 of you who watch these, this is for you. We do this
exactly.
for you.
One day I'll pay off.
I like to think so.
All right. So hopefully next week's better than this week in many ways.
Yeah, I mean, I just need to... The thing is, I didn't read comic books, and that's why I didn't bust through a bunch of stuff, but I got a whole bunch of comic books. So I'll try to read some, so I at least have something. I really have to finish Silverborn. I could finish that, though, in a night, in theory, but then I have to stop watching comic book videos and put on an audiobook. Oh my god, I have to get through Dune. It's so long. And I can't find a copy of it I like. Everywhere's sold out of the deluxe version.
Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. I'm sorry for the low energy ending.
Do we ever have anything but low energy?
Yeah, sometimes I'm loud. Like, one of our videos accidentally started playing, and it opened up with me just, like, shrieking hello, and I was just like, oh, calm down, honey bunch.
That's weird. That's not, like, you're not the loud one. I'm the loud one. That's my thing.
Alright. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah, we didn't.
If you did, please join us for the next one.
It'll be better.
Yeah. If you pity us, throw a like around.
Yeah,
maybe.
if you feel bad for us, like, comment, and subscribe. We have to go back to the vet.
That's just my life.
See you next time, buckaroos.
Goodbye.